let's talk about how to breathe in the squat and why pushing your belly out like that is not something I would advise you to do. Now, first off, why should you listen to me? 3 reasons. Number 1, I've been lifting for over 10 years. I've had injuries and I've overcome them, and I'm still lifting heavy. Okay, so I would rather take the advice of someone who's been doing this for over 10 years and is still doing it versus someone who can lift more but has only been doing it for, let's say, 2 years. Okay, because a prodigy or a great athlete doesn't automatically make for a great coach or for someone who truly understands why what they're doing is working as well as it does. Okay, and number 2, hey, my squat numbers are actually not all that bad. Okay, on any given week, if you give me 1 week prep, I can squat double my body weight. Okay, and I need that 1 week prep is because I don't squat heavy all year round. I have other training goals that I'm working on that I need to reserve my energy for, such as boxing, which leads me to my 3rd point, which is that I don't just lift. I also engage in other motions, other athletic motions of the body. And so I am also aware of the mechanics of those other athletic motions, and being aware of both lifting mechanics and throwing mechanics, I know the overlap between the two, or at least that's what I study. And so what I'm about to share with you, it's not just for the sake of lifting more weight, okay? If you are squatting for the sake of general health, general strength carryover to daily activities and or sports that you play, then I think you'll be especially interested in what I have to say, because I'm not just sharing this knowledge for you to lift more weight for the sake of lifting more weight. So that being said, let's get on with it. What kind of breathing, what is the exact breathing and bracing technique that I would advise you to do when it comes to squats? It goes like this. Breathe down and up. So when I inhale, I'm sending my organs down and I'm sending air up here, sort of into the bar that's on my back or into the bar that's in my collarbones. Okay, so down and up. I'm building tension down and up, as opposed to that. Okay, now why am I so opposed to that kind of breathing style? Well, it's because look what it does to my spine curve. It extends my spine, and there's nothing wrong with extending your spine. Okay, I train back bridges too. I do some gymnastics stuff, so I'm very familiar, very comfortable recommending moving your spine for people who need your spine. But moving your spine is not something that you want to do in a squat where there's a lot of weight in your back, and you're really just trying to use your spine to transfer force from your lower body into your upper body. Okay, you want this whole region to be just a solid chunk. Okay, you want all these muscles to harmonize with each other and just keep everything stiff. Okay, and to that end, you don't want to push your belly out like that and then lose your brace. Okay, so to that end, instead of breathing like this, where you send your organs forward as you inhale, send your organs down. Now, what do I mean by organs? Why do I keep saying that? Okay, a little anatomy knowledge for you. Your lungs are up here. Okay, air gets into here. Air does not get down here. Okay, this is like right here. This is like the cutoff limit for air. Okay, because your lungs are up here. So, what does breathing down mean exactly? It means that there's this muscle right here called the diaphragm, and when you breathe in, it descends. And you see that? Space has opened up here for the air to come to my lungs, and then space here has decreased. So your organs, they need to move somewhere. They can either move down towards your pelvic floor, or they can move forward. Okay? That's forward. Now here's down. You see the difference? I'll do it again. Here's forward. Here's down. Okay? So, with that in mind, if you want a more effective brace for your lifting, send your organs down. Send them towards your pelvic floor. And as you can see, I'm not telling you to suck in your belly. I'm not saying, hey, like draw your belly button into your spine. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying send your organs down, and whatever forward belly expansion that happens as a byproduct, let it be. It's just don't make a conscious effort at actually trying to send your belly forward like that. Okay, so I hope that makes it clear. Now, as in regards to what's going on up here, earlier I said breathe up. Okay, it's because again, your lungs are up here, and your rib cage is what surrounds your lungs. So your rib cage, you want it to expand outward, to side, front to back, and just for visual purposes, down and up. If you get that rib cage expansion right and send the breath up, so to speak, if you get that overall multi-directional rib cage expansion right, then it's gonna feel like the air is supporting the weight of the bar a little bit. Okay, so that's really it. Okay, that is how I would recommend you breathe in a squat for the purpose of general health, for the purpose of general strength carryover to other sports. Because let's say you're throwing a ball, or you're throwing a punch, or basketball, whatever, or you track and field, whatever. When you exhale in those sports, your pelvic floor ideally would be sending your guts upward again. So, okay, your organs would be sent up by your exhale. But if you don't know how to send your organs down when you inhale, or if your default way of inhaling is to send your organs forward, you're just not gonna have, your mechanics are just not gonna be as good. Okay, so I don't want to get too much into that in this video, but just trust me, when it comes to breathing in your squats for the purpose of having carryover to other athletic things, breathe down and breathe up. So if you got any questions about the squat, you want other things about the squat talked about, leave it in the comments below, and cheers.